Hey y'all, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Yosha and I'm your go-to girl for all things real. Today we are celebrating 10K with a Q&A. Shout out to all of y'all who have supported my channel by subscribing, watching the videos, liking them, disliking them, sharing your thoughts in the comment section down below, and even sharing my content with your friends. Because of you, I've been able to reach this milestone after many years of being on YouTube, and without y'all, I couldn't have done this. So be sure to stay tuned, and if you didn't submit a question, you can definitely ask me one down below. I like to do Q&As every now and then, and so I'd be willing to either answer your question in the comment section, because I do respond to my comments, or create a separate video if I feel like the question that you asked is like something I can go really in depth in, or include it in a future Q&A. These questions mainly come from YouTube. I do have one question from one of my sorors, Lanai, who shared on Instagram. I asked Instagram. I guess Instagram didn't give a damn about me hitting 10K, so nobody really asked me any questions. But shout out to you, Shakira, for submitting this question, Shakira Lanai. Her question for me was basically, would I do anything different knowing what I know now that I've reached 10K versus, you know, as a beginner YouTuber? And so, not my face itching while I'm trying to record. Okay. So I wanted to answer that question for y'all and just basically say the answer is yes. If I could start over, I would have taken my channel much more seriously than I took it at the beginning. I would have rode the momentum that I had back when I was in college, and my content would get thousands of views per video. YouTube was the place to be between 2008 and 2015-ish. The algorithm was different, and in 2017 it changed, and it made it very hard for people to coast on YouTube without putting in the work. You didn't have to worry about TubeBuddy. You didn't have to worry about search engine optimization. You really just had to be likable, be yourself. You didn't have to always have the best thumbnail. Your thumbnail could literally be a frozen clip of something that happened in the video, but if it was captivating enough, people would watch. And so I think that is what I would have done differently. The other thing is I would have figured out exactly what I wanted to do with this channel and been a little bit more specific. I do think I would have been a reviewer, because those always do really well for me over time, of course. But I think that I would have had a better strategy in place so that people knew who I was, where to find me, what type of content I was doing, and to come on back and support and be there every week. The struggle with people who have variety channels is that we meet people for all kinds of reasons. I got folks here because I talked about my ex and dating him, baby daddy content, as well as dating somebody that was locked up. Look, your girl was the whole love after lockup before it became a TV show. But that's not my niche. That's not my content anymore. But that content still resonates with folks. And so that content is still up because I'm here to help y'all. So if that content serves a certain base of people, why take it down just because I'm not there? Those that know me know I'm married to somebody else. I've moved forward with my life, but my content shows the journey of me. This is real talk, lifestyle, and reviews, and at that time, that was a part of my lifestyle, if you will. I think that I will start a new channel in the future. This will be my main channel. This will be my lifestyle channel. And when I do decide to start that new channel, I would have a better strategy in place as it pertains to branding, down to the niches, down to what's my schedule, so that it can perform better. The other thing is I wouldn't do any inorganic type of exchanges. Not saying that like I didn't earn what I have here. Your girl did. I was never really big on sub for sub. You know, back in the old days of YouTube, people would tell you to subscribe and I'll subscribe back. There weren't like little Facebook groups set up with people doing sub for sub in them. So I might have been on the old school subscribe. Oh girl, yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to me. You know, in the comments before it became like a spammy type thing. But in present day, I've never really been in the sub for sub, because I always saw like those people are only subscribing because they're trying to get their numbers up, and then they end up unsubscribing or taking those little surveys that YouTube asks that says, do you like this video? Would you recommend this video? And then they're like, no, this was boring, or I don't even know why I'm being recommended this content. And it ends up messing up the way you get pushed out. And so with a new channel, I would recommend promoting it to everyone on social media, pushing your content out, and trying to get people to understand that you're serious by just showing up. You can build your audience off that and relating to people and giving them value, entertainment, information, whatever you need to do. You will grow, and you will grow tremendously without any sub for sub, without any games, watch, like, comment, no playlist swapping, none of that. So that's my advice. I think that's where I went wrong with that. And I think that's the reason why my views are low now. I have 10K, but I feel like I have a core audience of about 100 to 200 people supporting me. And I love you all, and we're gonna keep growing. But I think if I would have not done some of those things, including being inconsistent and not taking this seriously, I would definitely be much further. Woo, the camera died. So I had to put my other battery in there. If you have a Canon G7X, make sure you have at least 2 batteries. If you buy the Canon G7X battery, like camera bundle thing, it comes with 2 batteries, and trust me, you will need them, especially if you're doing back-to-back videos or vlogging or whatever. It just comes in handy to have more than 1 battery. Anyway, I just remembered I got this question when I did my last Q&A, and it was after I had already filmed the video. So I wanted to answer it along with a new question that kind of goes with it. So let me find the question. The initial question was asked by my friend Elise. But the new question was, let me see. How do you balance being a mom, filming, editing, and working full time, if you do, and taking care of home? And this was asked by Christina Alana and my friend Elise. Elise's question was that, plus, how does your husband feel about you doing YouTube? Like, does that ever affect your relationship? So I'm gonna ask both. I'm gonna answer both questions. So, balancing it. YouTube has been a part of my life since I was in high school. I've been making content since I was like 15 years old. Balancing it with being an adult, the challenge is just when you fall off the groove. When you're on the groove, it's just a part of your routine. Like, literally, vlogging is just bringing the camera with you, bringing the phone with you, hitting record as you do what you were gonna normally do. Keeping in mind that when you record stuff, it makes it take longer. So like, if you do a cooking tutorial, what meal would have took you an hour? It might take you an hour and a half to 2 hours because you're trying to set the camera up, get angles, make sure that the viewers can see it. Maybe this take didn't look light enough, so now you got to redo it. That's the only thing. You have to kind of think of that planning and execution phase of it. For me, it's not that hard. It's just that you have to also be mindful of your family and your surroundings. Right now, I have my son in his room, which is much easier now because I have my living room back. So this is like my space where I like to film videos a lot of the time when they're not here. But when they are here, I can send my son in his room. I can do my sit down videos up here. You know, my husband, I try not to take over the living room when he may want to watch the game or watch something. But it's really just about making a priority for it and then communicating it with your family so they understand, or letting them know like, hey, you can be in this vlog, but just know that I'm gonna start recording. The other thing is editing. I try not to run out of content. So Vlogtober, Vlogmas, that taught me to be ahead of the game, even more than I was already. Before ever doing daily uploads and trying that in 2021, I would try to make sure that I had at least 3 videos in queue. What does that mean? It means I would batch record. Like today, I batch recorded. I'm working on a vlog, which is before I go on vacation. I'm working on this Q&A video, and then I just did a video about my goals. All 3 of them videos are gonna be posted, but I'm not gonna edit them or post them on the same day. I'm probably going to edit them today while I'm relaxing, edit them this weekend in my free time. You know, I'm in the car going there and back. I edit on my phone. I use my iPhone. I use iMovie. I have a MacBook Pro now. So I will start experimenting with Final Cut in my free time to kind of make my edits a little bit more fun and to standard with what some of the top creators are doing, if you will. But you have to kind of schedule it. So schedule a day where you will film a couple of sit down videos if that works for your niche, or schedule a weekend where you're going to go out and vlog. And then schedule another time of the week. It doesn't have to be the weekend. It could be on Wednesdays you edit. And then you schedule the content, or you prepare to post the content at the same day and time. Aside from that, you just kind of go with the flow of your viewers and what your viewers want from you and what you want to deliver to your viewers. It's not hard for me because I've been doing it for so long, but it can be overwhelming for someone new. People get excited about something, and then when you're new, you may not have the buzz, the attention from the audience, and it's easy to give up. But at first, just focus on your overall plan. What vision do you have in mind? You start your channel, you know you're gonna have a theme in mind that you want to do. You know you have like people that you want to reach. So don't just make the first video and put it out there. Come up with a plan where you have at least 4 to 5 videos in mind so that you can keep the content going and you don't get as discouraged because you don't know what you want to film next. A lot of people make the mistake of starting the channel, getting all this cover art, paying people to do graphics for them and all that. And then after 1 or 2 videos, they don't have no ideas, and then they can't even continue their channel. Does my husband ever have an issue with YouTube? I thought he didn't. And then one time when we were arguing, he brought it up and he said that he felt like sometimes when we go out, he doesn't want me to film anymore. And so that caused me to reflect on like which type of content I include my family in and which type of content that I don't. Mind you, this conversation happened after 2 months of back-to-back videos every single day, which included a lot of vlogging. And so they didn't mind when it was October. Then by December, it's like, okay, this is a lot. And then I personally did get burned out. Like, I got burned out from doing it. And so I had to explain to him and level set with him that, you know, YouTube is a business for me. This pays me in addition to my full-time job. And so while I can't not film all the time, I can certainly like take on some of our more intimate moments and not film those. When it comes to vlogging and things like that, for travel, that's something that I'm actually considering niching down into, because travel is something that I want to do more of. And so when I travel, I write Yelp reviews, I make video reviews, I review hotels, I review cruises, I review the experience, not only because I enjoy doing it. I'm a writer. I went to school for communications and media studies. I enjoy writing. I enjoy talking. I enjoy all of this. But it also helps people. My Punta Cana content is still getting views. My Punta Cana review hit 3K last month. And so making reviews about places that I visit is genuinely helpful for someone. And so it's not like I travel every month, but one day I might because of this right here. And so I have to do that in order to build my platform. But I have an understanding with him about boundaries, and you know, he's very introverted. He doesn't have to be in front of the camera. He doesn't have to be around a lot of people. I, on the other hand, I'm an extrovert, and so we understand and respect each other's differences. And ultimately, my husband is super supportive. Those of y'all who've been watching for a while, my husband and I used to go live every week arguing on camera. We used to make videos together and stuff all the time. So ultimately, my husband is super supportive of it. And from day one, I told this man I'm a YouTuber. So you would not, ain't no surprises here. Anybody who knows me outside of work knows that, hey, Yosha does YouTube. Like, that's a part of who she is. She is a content creator. And now I'm a YouTuber, but I'm also a content creator. I'm not just trying to be boxed into being a YouTuber only. I'm a YouTuber and content creator. Content creator encompasses YouTube, but I'm mainly a YouTuber plus content creator. And so it's just kind of a part of who I am. This next question came from Wakita West. She said, were you born and raised in Atlanta? I was born in East Point and I was raised in Marietta. I grew up in Metro Atlanta. I lived in East Point, Riverdale. So I actually kind of grew up in Clayco for the first few years of my life. Moved to Cobb County when I was 5 or 6. Stayed there until my mom passed away when I was 16. Moved back with my father, who lived in Clayton County at the time. Actually, no, he lived in Fulton County. We lived in Hapeville. And then we moved to Clayton County into Forest Park. I ended up going to Clayton State University, and I lived in Clayco for that full time, except for my last year. The last year, my dad moved back to Atlanta, and I lived with my dad from the second half of my senior year up until I moved out and bought my home. So, born in East Point, which a lot of people would consider East Point Atlanta because it's Fulton County, it's near Atlanta, but hey, Amretta said it ain't. You know, Riverdale is not Atlanta. Forest Park is not Atlanta. You people are not Atlanta. Okay, so I'm not Atlanta. According to Amaretta, I'm not Atlanta. I'm not a Grady baby. But I am Georgia born and raised. So let's see. The next question is from Alicia's Adventures. Hey sis, she said, since you reached your goal of 10K, what is your next YouTube goal? My next YouTube goal is not a number. It's literally to work on building a community. I want a community that shows up for me no matter what video I upload. Whenever I make questions on my community tab, stories, people that comment and interact with me, that is my goal. I'm getting there. I have a little bit of that already, but I'd like to double or even triple that this year. And so I'm going to go hard as I can and really work to build that out. And I may be starting a second channel as well to kind of work on some of the imperfections that I have still lingering from this channel, but this is my baby. I'm not leaving. Vakari Patterson said, what is your favorite meal? My favorite meal is oxtails, rice and peas, plantain, and cabbage. Life with Jazzy asked me a few questions. She said, do you plan on staying in the state you are in? Do you eventually want to move elsewhere? And if you like to travel, what states have you been and what places are you trying to go to? And girl, what's your favorite meal when you're not watching what you eat? And do you want more kids? Lastly, I've been watching you for years, honey, so the growth is nice. So what do you see yourself pursuing more and getting into for yourself as you get older? Thank you so much for your support, Jazzy. I sincerely appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with me, being a long-term OG supporter of this channel. I appreciate it. Let me go through and answer the question. So, no, I don't plan on moving. Georgia is where I'm going to stay. Yes, I love to travel. States I've been to so far are Las Vegas, Nevada, Miami, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Daytona, Florida, Panama City, Florida. I've been to a lot of places in Florida. I've been to Long Beach and Gulfport, Mississippi. I've been to Chattanooga, Tennessee. I went to Alabama to get some fireworks, but never to stay. I'd like to go to Alabama to do the casinos. I hear the casinos are cool out there. I feel like I missed the place that I've been. Florida. I'm going to Texas. Okay, let's go talk about where I'm going and where I want to go. I'm going to Dallas, Texas to visit my bestie very soon. Super excited about that. California is on my bucket list. I've been wanting to go to Cali for a while. Haven't made it yet. I'd also like to go to New York and visit. Outside of the States, I've also been to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and Nassau, Bahamas. So I got some places I want to go. Mexico is no longer on the bucket list because I'm going thrice this year. Costa Maya and Cozumel, La Playa de Carmen for the wedding, and then Cancun for the Zumba party. So Mexico was on the list, but it will not be on the list of places I desire to go. Unless I'm just going again, but it's not a place I haven't been after we go this year. So that's that question. Let me back this up because I done cut my head off. That's like rule number 1 is make sure your head not cut off when you're filming. My favorite meal when I'm not watching what I eat, besides the oxtails that I answered from the last question about what I like to eat, I also like to go to my favorite spot currently. It's called Tequila Jalisco, and I like to get the lemon pepper wings, the pescado taco street style with the cilantro onions and their special sauce on it, and I like to get the nachos loaded with all the toppings. That's my favorite cheat meal. I eat that way more than I go get oxtails and rice and peas and stuff because oxtails are market price right now. Do I want more kids? Yes. I don't want more than 3 children total, but I know that my husband and I want at least 1 more. Don't know if we're gonna have 1 more anytime soon, but I think that my 30s would be a good time for me to have another baby. Now I'm gonna move over to a question from Erica Smith, MBA and caps, baby. I love it. It's the Black excellence for me. She said, who are some YouTubers that inspire you? Do you plan on starting a second channel in the future? And what type of content can we expect from me in the spring and summer? Okay, content to expect from me, definitely travel content, because your girl is we outside baby. No, but there's definitely gonna be vlogs, travel content, reviews of places that I've been. I probably am gonna have birthday content as well, where I order some dresses and things because I want to have some really beautiful pieces that I wear for my birthday this year, given that I've lost some weight and will hopefully be about 40 pounds down by then. So you will expect to see some more clothing hauls as well. You may get another swimsuit haul from me, and definitely travel content. As far as summer, if I actually sit my tail down somewhere, I want to do more Atlanta festivals and things of that nature in the city, since I won't be going anywhere. Who are some YouTubers that inspire you? Okay, so I actually did a whole video, a little quick short video, talking about one of my favorite YouTubers, and her name is Thomas Adriana. I grew up watching her content, and she always inspired me because I saw a bit of myself in her. She was very transparent, raw, extremely talented, good at doing hair and makeup and styling clothes and finding frugal deals. She'd do her own nails. Like, she was just amazing. And to this day, she is a very successful person. She's not on YouTube as much anymore, but she still checks in every now and then to upload content. And I really do enjoy her personality. So she's definitely someone that I look up to. I also like Just Boss. I don't know if y'all have heard of her, but I found back in like 2015 or 14, she was doing story times about her ex, and that reminded me of me because I also shared content like that as well. But she was real, so I guess I resonate a lot with Black creators and those creators that are real. Whether you Black, white, brown, whatever color you are, it don't matter. But I would say those are two influencers, content creators that I resonate with. And you asked me, do I plan on starting a second channel? And the answer is yes, because I feel like I need to redo some of the things that I didn't do right with this channel the right way with the new algorithm, just to see, like, can I take it there? You know what I mean? Logically Fanatical said, what were your ambitions as a child compared to your ambitions now as an adult? When I was a little girl, I used to want to be a singer, and now as an adult, I aspire to be an entrepreneur and content creator that holds a full-time job as well. So my aspirations changed completely. I used to sing all the time. I used to love Whitney Houston, still do. Rest in peace to her. And I just knew I was gonna be a singer one day, maybe even a Disney Channel star. And so every now and then I still sing, but I definitely don't sing as much as I used to. I don't know if her name is Bria or Bria, but Bria Albert asked me some tips for growing on YouTube and when did I reach my first 1,000 subscribers. I reached my first 1,000 subscribers, I think, back in 2015. I wasn't taking my channel seriously at that time. I was just having fun with it, and I was just being myself. YouTube was a different place at that time, and it was easy to grow on here. All you had to do was really upload something that was funny or relatable. You didn't have to have no funny title, no thumbnail, SEO, TubeBuddy. Nobody was doing that back then. My advice for growing on YouTube is to post 3 times a week if you can. If you can't do 3 times a week, try to do twice a week. And make sure you're uploading every single week. You have to be consistent. That's how you get pushed out here. The other thing is making sure that you are doing something that you can maintain so that you don't run out of ideas. I kind of touched on this at the beginning of the video, not even remembering that you asked me this question, but I have a video where I talked about how to get your first 1,000 subscribers. One of my viewers, Mo, asked for that advice, and so I'm gonna pop that card on the screen. Sis, I highly recommend that you watch that video because I give some gems. And the video is not old, it's just a couple months old, so it's relevant. And that's how you can grow your YouTube channel. Everything from Facebook groups to networking, doing collaborations with other YouTubers, and just, you know, really enjoying like the process of growing. Don't rush it. I know some people that it took them like 6 months to get their groove, and then all of a sudden they started getting hella views and the videos just took off, and next thing they know, they're monetized. It can really happen like that, you know. You don't have to take several years to get to where you need to be like I did, because I didn't take this seriously. Honestly, my biggest mess up was not being consistent. And in hindsight, if I wouldn't have taken all these hiatuses in college, I probably would have been further along. Thank you so much for y'all submitting y'all questions. I couldn't do a Q&A without y'all, so I appreciate it. And again, thank y'all for helping me reach 10K. I'm really grateful and excited for this new chapter. Be sure to stay tuned, and there will be a photo shoot coming soon if it hasn't already dropped. If it dropped, it's gonna be on the screen. And if it hasn't dropped, y'all need to stay tuned and hit that bell, okay? Thank you, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave me some comments about what you thought. Bye.